Hello, welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews. It's Gaming Friday. I'm Gary.
And I'm in control of this.
And today we're taking a look at a classic gaming.
Yes.
It's Syphon Filter, which came out on February 17th, 1999 on the PlayStation.
I thought we were playing Max Payne.
We had some technical difficulties with Max Payne, so that recording is suspended.
So we're playing Syphon Filter.
You're playing Syphon Filter
Right,
instead.
okay.
I know you're prepared to play Max Payne, but you're playing Syphon Filter, which came out just 2 years before Max Payne.
Wow.
And was kind of, I guess it was instrumental almost in its innovation in recreating third-person shooters.
This game, for me, a lot of people say the best stealth games are Metal Gear Solid. Which are undeniably are true. But at the time, you were running as Snake.
Yeah.
Gabe, in this one, crouched and used proper stealth, I felt, for the very first time. And he would lead me into playing games such as Syphon Filter.
Syphon
Filter, Splinter Cell.
I was going to say Splinter Cell was
Cell.
for me, felt definitely like it'd been inherited by this game.
Yes.
And and I look at the Metal Gear Solids and I'm like, that's your big budget
your
game.
Big action.
This one here is like your B movie.
Yeah.
You know, because as soon as somebody says Syphon Filter, immediately in my mind I can hear a taser gun being fired and somebody just being set on fire.
I'm just about to change some of the options because when I was practicing this I realised it was inverted.
Right, okay, so you need to change the controls.
But I am about to get that great electrocution device out. I mean, oh my god, when I first played this back in the day, holding it on a guy
and just setting them on fire and just listening to them scream. It was just like, this isn't a video game. Like, giving me the controls to do this, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
It just didn't get... Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Sparks coming out, blood flying everywhere.
That guy's dead, but I gotta get this one.
Yeah, you're being tapped by another one.
I'll get him as well. Oh, it's like I'm Scorpion, but with an electrical device.
Yeah. Yeah, I distinctly recall right now, after now looking at this game again for the first time in... How many years? Like 18 years?
Yeah.
Since I've seen this game. And it looks as I remember it. But I remember at first just going, what is this taser gun? It's terrible. You get a lock on, you electrocute them, and then I was letting it go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is terrible. This is a difficult game. Like this was a change. This was a change in gaming for me.
I had the demo.
Yeah.
And I spent hours doing this.
Just in the demo.
Just in the demo. It was just this first level, and it lasted for about 5 minutes, and then it would end. So I would get as much electrocutions as
you could in that time window.
Yeah.
So this was published by 989 Studios and Sony Computer Entertainment, and it was developed by SCE Bend.
Okay.
Who would go on to continue to develop Syphon Filter 2 in 2000.
Amazing game.
Syphon Filter 3 in 2001. Then they stopped numbering the Syphon Filters.
Yeah.
And it became the Omega Strain in 2004, Dark Mirror in 2006, then Logan's Shadow in 2007.
All for PSP, I believe.
I think so, yeah, the portable, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Syphon Filter 2 and 3 were both PlayStation and then PlayStation 2?
I think Syphon Filter 3 was PlayStation 1 and then the one after that was PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But I did the second one and it
was a much superior game to this one. Well, it's a surprise that this game ever actually got made in the first place. Now, they set out with the intention of creating a new super spy genre hybrid that combined elements of stealth action and puzzle solving. Now, stealth, or mainly action and puzzle solving, we'd seen in a lot of games at this time, mainly in hack and slashers.
Yeah.
But doing a third-person action game with the stealth, with the puzzle moments, and it being a James Bond over-the-top style, not really been done like that before.
Yeah.
But the actual developers of the game didn't know where to draw their inspiration from. You know, there was nothing else in that field of gameplay that let them formulate how they were going to make the game. Not coupling that with the fact that the team making this game didn't know how to make video games. And so they struggled, and this game was nearly cancelled at every step of production because they just kept hitting roadblocks with not knowing how to program certain things, or how to do the graphics, or how to do the level design and program it for the PlayStation. And so there's a lot of issues there. And when you look at the overwhelming critical reaction and positive feedback and the sheer joy and the amount of fun that we had playing this game, it's just like you couldn't really tell that they were beginners at what they were doing.
Well, the thing was, I mean, just like that combat sequence there that I was just in, it's the game is very tanky. You know, it's difficult to control unless you know what you're doing. You know, you've got your automatic lock on, which obviously no target's available, so there's nobody near I can lock onto it, and then you've got your first person lock on, which.
When you've got a taser
when you got a taser, it doesn't really do much. But when you've got your guns out and you can go for headshots, then you've got your strafe ability, your left and right. Then you've got your stealth crouching, which allows you to move slow. You've got your combat roll, your fire button, and then I think triangle just allows you to contact your assistant.
I think this is early days, so there's no actual cover system.
No, but you can utilise cover, and so there's a lot of
and
stuff...
crouch behind it still.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that you just... It takes a lot of practice. I remember playing Syphon Filter 2. It felt a lot more fluid. You know, it felt a lot more action dynamic. Bang, right in the face.
There's certain missions in the game which require you to use the silenced handgun, which you're using now, and go for headshots and take down all the enemies before they can raise the alarms.
Yeah, because then you'll just fail.
You'll just fail the mission. I mean, on some missions it's not so bad. They raise the alarm, you've got more bad guys to go and shoot at.
Yeah.
But yeah, on some missions it's like if one alarm is raised, if one enemy sees you out of the shadows, restart the whole level.
It's such a
it's frustrating,
dynamic.
but it does, you know, it's a stealth game. It's one of the reasons why I eventually grew to hate stealth games.
Because you were constantly getting spotted.
Constantly getting spotted and replaying the level.
You've got to take your time. Oh yes. Right. So there's Kravitz as one of the targets.
But that's to say, those are only a select few missions, I would say. For the most part, you are free to run around, choose your weapons, and blast enemies everywhere.
Yeah. But also the cool thing is, there's a boss down here at the end. Oh, he's just spotted me. So up in the top left corner, I've got my armor.
Yeah.
Which once gone, you know, a couple of bullets and I'm dead.
Right up.
I've got a danger bar that when an enemy sees me, when it gets to flashing red, that means that they've got a dead end hit on me and I'm going to take damage.
It's Oh, here he comes. It's kind of one of those things where it's to warn you of when they've seen you.
Yes.
But it's just like, how can you really gauge whether they've seen you or not until they've seen you?
Well, this is it. You've got to take the time, because I know I've played this a lot, so I know that guy's got armor on, and I can only take him in, and I can only take him out with a headshot. But trying to get him, because I've got no M16 ammo left.
Yeah, but you've got your silenced pistol, and he's seen you, or he's shooting at you, but
run off. And he's just run off. God damn you.
So the game does take place in quite a wide variety of locations. There's lots of outdoor levels, indoor levels, and the level design, you know, it's repeating textures, but it does create a sense of different level types.
Yeah.
And obviously there's all of the different spawn locations for the enemies, whether they're up high, down below, whether they come around the back of you. It does keep things fresh, it does keep you moving.
It's very action dynamic.
It is. A lot of the levels are a lot more action orientated.
Yeah.
And then coupled with end level cut sequences, which progress the story, which gets more and more convoluted as the games go on.
The cut scenes I've got to talk about is what is with Gabe's face in the cut sequences. You know, it looks like a drawing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you've got moving lips.
Yeah,
so and the eyes are just unblinking. It's such a weird combination.
It's the early days, you know, where they're blocks. They're just blocks.
Oh, he's seen you now.
He's seen you,
right? He's got a flat jacket. Oh no! Don't stay near him, Gabe. Get out of here.
So the main series plot sees yourself as Gabriel Logan investigating a series of biological outbreaks triggered by international terrorist Eric Romer.
Yeah,
and so the top secret agency dispatches Gabe to go and discover where he is. They discover that this other character of Ellis is dead, and Romer's suspected drug operation is a cover for the viral operation.
Yes.
And then another outbreak in Nepal leads more questions when an infected person who should have died somehow survives.
The Syphon Filter virus. It's like I said, dramatic action movie.
Yeah, it's like 24 before 24.
I think at the same time, The Rock came out just before this first one. So in the second one, you reenacted the shower sequence
from the Alcatraz prison.
Yeah.
Where
are you? You're there. Come on. Flak jacket. I know. Got to get him as soon as I get him one headshot, he's dead. As soon as I get him. Oh, got him! Yes! Awesome.
Very good.
Couple of rounds, back of the head, thinking he was all cool. Fucking James Bond up in this bitch. Let's grab that flak jacket, yeah. And grenades. I think there's grenades here. Ooh, shotgun. I like shotgun. Oh, crap. Yeah, okay.
It's the crime kind of story that is in the game.
Yeah,
it has definitely an air of sci-fi to it, although it is still, as you've said, grounded in a kind of believable reality.
Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely more realistic now. The story would be more believable now than when the actual game came out.
Yeah, it was very futuristic when the game came out.
It's like the James Bond villain of the week.
That's what I was going to say. Is that it? As a big James Bond fan, I just completely believed it. It was some bad guy with some evil germ trying to take over
the world for money and for power.
I'm the only person who can stop him. So yeah, drop me anywhere, give me anything, and I'm gonna work my way through it.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only difference for me was when I was playing Metal Gear Solid. I'd completed Metal Gear Solid before this, and I'd run through Metal Gear Solid just shooting everybody because that's what I thought you had to do.
Yeah.
When I played this, and obviously the stealth aspect kicked in, it made me kind of want to go back
to play Metal Gear in a stealth mode.
Yeah, and see how many guys I could get past without killing. Yeah. Or without getting spotted, because I'd been trained on levels in this game that if I get spotted, it's game over. I've got to start all over again, and it was a bummer.
Yeah,
it was a bummer.
It was really frustrating. Like I said, it's kind of one of my major gripes with stealth games. It's just like it's not my style of gameplay.
You have no patience.
I do have patience, but just not enough. Not enough when I'm playing the game. Sometimes the story will keep you invested and then make you want to get to the end. And obviously, I would still love there to be a new Syphon Filter game. If a new one was to come out, I would be interested. Just because I knew the character, I knew the game type that I was getting into.
But it is a bit dated. They'd have to do something new.
Well, yes, like the Syphon Filter series is kind of waned off.
Yeah.
As did the Metal Gear Solid franchise in the end.
I mean, Gabe was kind of like
kept promising it would be the last one.
The Bourne of the time.
Yeah.
But with his memory. I'm trying to remember where I have to go now at the moment.
There's no map.
Yeah, there's no map, but there are mission objectives, I believe. Oh, there's the map. Okay, so we've gone for the bar. Need to find the subway. Yeah, that's right, because they've got I'm heading towards the bank.
Right.
So, eliminate Kravitz and destroy comms. Right, comms array.
Well, it looks like you need to continue heading in the direction you are heading.
Yeah, but I didn't see a comms array when I shot that guy in the face.
Can we jump over?
Here?
Is there something you can cling onto? A pipe that you can shoot the padlock?
Shoot the padlock, right, okay. All those little extra details.
Yeah. It doesn't kind of show you that you could. It doesn't have a different colour to it, or it does not glinting. No, it's not highlighted.
It's like it's just part of the thing.
Which it just kind of feels like, when you remember that in a video game, you will play other games and you'll see padlocks on things and you'll shoot them off and you'll be like, why can't I shoot it off?
Yeah, why can't I do that?
Oh, you have to go and find, the heart-shaped key or...
Yeah, like, the particular thing you're just like, that's not fair. This elevator killed me a few times as well.
Yeah.
Luckily, I called it properly. Because if you just fall down that hole, let's say Gabe's dead. You have to start level. You have to start
the whole level again.
All over again.
There's no nice, easy checkpoints for you. So you kind of had to learn the levels.
People don't realise when it comes up saying auto saving,
you're just like, what? Hold my hand some more, please. Yeah.
I remember in the second game there was a multiplayer aspect as well. I tried to get my friends into playing it at the time because it did. Obviously, playing Syphon Filter, I'd played it a lot, and so knew a lot of how to play it. But other people hadn't played it, so the multiplayer failed for them. Gabe, what am I? Oh yeah, there's a corner down here. Okay, what's that? Is that a door?
So, other than you commenting on some of the questionable graphics,
yes,
what do you think about the music in the game? or the sound effects? Appropriate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing groundbreaking.
No, it just kind of keeps you grounded.
Yeah.
In the situation, you know, the little peep of the silent pistols.
The echoing and eternal screams of those that you've set on fire with your taser.
Yeah, you don't want to be too loud. You want the enemy to, you know,
the
not
music
hear you
though, the music score to the game. It's when you hear it, you're like, yeah, that I remember it. But it's nothing otherwise memorable. It doesn't. You don't recall the music, I would say, to Syphon Filter like you can the classics like, say, Silent Hill or Resident Evil or Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
You know, you hear those pieces of music or Final Fantasy and you're like, wow, I remember that game. But the music in this one, it's just... Yeah. It's serviceable. It's appropriate. It's what it should be. Yeah. But nothing too major.
No, nothing that just stands out for you. I mean, the opening sequence menu music I do remember because I heard that a lot, but... where are we heading to? Right, I'm heading back to that guy I shot in the face because I'm looking for the comms rain. I've come down here, and this seems to all be a dead end.
Yeah, it seems to be. There's another elevator.
Yeah, that's the elevator. Okay.
Right.
I thought I was going to get squashed by the elevator. So
it's so easy to get yourself killed.
Right, no trespassing. I always love the fact that Gabe has to run in a kind of circle.
He does kind of run. Awkward.
Frantically, yeah.
Yes, yeah. It's like his body's disconnected somehow.
Oh, snipers! Where is he? There it is.
It's up above.
Roll, Gabe.
Danger.
Yeah, I know. As long as I dramatically roll all over the place and then fire, bang, buddy.
So, what do you think of the AI, the enemy AI?
They are relentless.
Yeah.
I mean, they are very simple, where they will just stand there and keep shooting you.
But they will keep shooting you.
They will keep shooting you, and with the mounted danger dynamic of the game. Once it gets to red, I've got to keep running in a circle until he reloads for him to not kill me.
Right, yeah.
Because if I stay in his target while he's flashing red, you know, it's just death. Bang, like that.
So I would say that, you know, graphically the game is serviceable. Audibly, it's serviceable, but the gameplay, the actual gameplay itself, is what really stood out for me.
Yes,
It was the fact that it was easy to pick up and play. It felt fluid in otherwise what could have been a clunky game.
There we go. Check.
You know, because I kind of had my issues with GoldenEye.
Oh, GoldenEye is beautiful.
And I know it's one of the most praised games ever, but I never got on with it. I never liked it. But I managed to pick up Syphon Filter, and just it kind of felt at home with the controls.
Yeah.
But I guess it's also down to learning the maps. But I like the fluidity of the character, changing weapons, you know, moving around the map, jumping, climbing, mounting surfaces, all felt and just played really well.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot going on with him, like I said, and as long as you can...
There's a wide variety of weapons and gadgets to use as well.
As long as you can get the controls of him and the learning curve, you really enjoy what you go through, and at the end of it, you'll feel like a badass James Bond. Come on, shotgun, motherfuckers, shotguns! I got a shotgun. Oh, well,
gotta be careful with the shotgun though.
Yeah,
need aim.
Yeah, I know. Got him. Oh. Keep running around.
So you do keep moving at the moment, and they're not getting good shots off on you. I know these are the early days enemies, and later on they'll have lots more armor.
Yes, and sniper rifles. Guns. I mean, these guys have just got pistols.
And so you will need to cycle through the weapons to take out the enemies.
When you get to the guys who have got like high impact submachine guns.
Yeah, and body armor and helmets.
As well. You
can't even taser them.
You can't even taser them. You've got to kill them to keep yourself alive as you go, because as you take damage through them, you pick up their flak jackets to replenish yours.
Yeah.
And you're picking up their ammo because their weapons they've got are badass.
Right.
You know, you've just run into a firefight with just a shotgun and they've all got submachine guns. You're going to come out bad.
Yeah.
Is this open?
So yeah, I would say that the gameplay in this is solid, and it's one of the reasons why it was replayable. Because I remember when you complete the game, I think you unlock weapons or you unlock special weapons
and cheats and
things so that you could replay through the game again, and it just became a lot more fun. just to have God mode to run around and blast the enemies.
And like I said, the more times you replay a level, after the third or fourth time of dying in a level, You're annoyed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, I've got to do this. And then when you get through it, and it's like, now I know that level like the back of my hand.
It's usually because an enemy that would sometimes be hiding actually decides this time he's just going to come out and shoot you dead.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? You changed your AI.
Yeah, and you're going for that one headshot, but you managed to pull it off in the first few seconds of the fight instead of taking ages to aim.
Yeah.
See, I think I've got to go underneath this.
Right.
So I think that's why I've got to go in the sewers. I've just got that checkpoint.
I'm just enjoying the nostalgia trip right now.
Yeah. On top of that, I'm just looking for more guys to hit with my
with your taser.
With my taser.
Yeah.
Because I've shotgunned and killed everybody.
Every time that elevator goes down, I'm like, oh, he's dead. It just doesn't look like a very good elevator. It looks like you can get caught and clip on the graphics and just, let the elevator go down without you on it.
Yeah.
And then step and fall down the remainder of the shaft.
Right. I remember now you could use it as a torch.
Right.
To light certain areas. Right. Okay. There is nothing else down here. Can't open that. Can't shock it. Okay. Go along here. Can't open this. Back in the old days, we just to tap the walls like hell. If you
didn't know where to go, you were looking for secrets or other entrances, or
you just pressed A on the wall so many times.
Or you're looking for a padlock on a door that you can shoot off, or
yeah.
Yeah, it is one of those games where you'll just keep looping around and re-exploring until you figure out how to get around the map that doesn't make too much sense, other than giving you a rough idea of a direction.
Yeah, and it's just very simple. Right, there's nothing to climb on, is there? Is there a ledge up there? Okay, I remember PlayStation games were annoying with the fact that you could look up. Yeah, I'd just come off the back of Mega Drive and Nintendo, so
and then all of a sudden adding this extra dimension of being able to aim up.
Yeah, it's just like, why would I look up there? Because there's a guy up there. Oh, how did he get up there? Can I get up there?
Never. No, it's just an enemy spawn location.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Those guys are dead. Can't open up this door.
No.
I'll try this door.
Is that an ammo box there though?
Yeah, but it's for a flak jacket. I've already got one on. Don't want to set myself on fire. Can't get past it like that. There's people, commenting right now going, Ian, you totally missed that way. You broke past it again. Why? I know that's death, so I'm not going to go into that.
I don't know if there's a way to climb up on something.
Gary, this is a PlayStation 1 game.
I know.
Of Syphon Filter. He's not Lara Croft, is he?
No.
Fucking run into a blazing inferno and climb on top of the car.
Can't just clear it out of the way. No. So, I mean, would you recommend the game, Ian? Would you pick up and play the game again now that you've had the controls again?
I don't know if I would play the first one again. I remember the later levels do get really hard.
Yes.
The first level I could play over and over again if I remember where I'm going, and just zap people with my taser.
Yeah.
Syphon Filter 2 I definitely recommend because it just expanded the story. I remember the first level of Syphon Filter 2, your plane that you're in crashes and you jump out parachuting onto an enemy area and have to go into a massive firefight, and it was just an awesome opening.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an alleyway. Huh. It was just such an awesome opening, and then it was on 2 discs as well. It was like a feature-length film. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Syphon Filter 3, I think I half played and then I stopped.
Yeah.
I was just... I think Metal Gear Solid 2 was out at that point, and Metal Gear Solid obviously is superior.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. You get to do this.
Yeah, this is.
You get to do this. This guy's going to fall off this building as well when I let go. So it's like, yay, boom.
That is the replayability of the game. I'd say it's great to now in the modern day of gaming. It's great to play for 20 minutes, for half an hour. You might actually find yourself enjoying it and continue playing it, getting your memory card and creating a save and going, I'm going to burn through Syphon Filter again because it doesn't look like we're going to get another one anytime soon.
No.
You might fall in love with it all over again.
Yeah, the weapons are fun. I mean, the weapons in this one are kind of standard M16 shotguns.
There's all of the weapons you'd expect in this type of game.
Yeah, but in the second one, they get a bit more artistic.
Yes.
With submachine guns, grenade launchers, tear gas grenades. It gets real crazy. And I think the later games have even better updates of guns.
Yes, yeah. More gadgets and more things to play with. And I think there's a lot more climbing and mounting and using pipes and manoeuvring around the maps. You utilising stealth, which you would see in the Syphon Filter and the Splinter Cell games.
Yes.
That they would borrow from the later Syphon Filter games. But I think it's interesting that this game holds a 90 out of 100 on Metacritic.
Wow.
The thing is, Edge magazine, which was considered by most at one point, I don't know whether it still is, to be the most unbiased of games journalism.
Oh, no, motherfucker.
And they only gave it a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
GameSpot a 9 out of 10, IGN a 9.5 out of 10, and Game Revolution a B+. And I think I'm right there with Game Revolution with the B+ score.
Yeah.
It's not the A grade of Metal Gear Solid or GoldenEye for some people, but it is there. It has the hallmarks of great PlayStation 1 nostalgia, gameplay.
Yeah, it goes up there, with Tenchu.
Yes, yeah.
Tenchu Stealth Assassins.
Yeah. That was also a game that I played. I'd never completed it because it got so difficult, but I still enjoyed it.
They were groundbreaking at the time because they were trying to do so many different things.
Yeah.
And you knew that there were better games of that genre out there.
I don't know.
But you'd already played them and completed them.
Tenchu Stealth Assassin was the pinnacle. I think was the peak of the stealth assassin genre.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think I can remember any other stealth assassin games
that beat that one. No,
I want to play Tenchu now, Gary.
Okay. Well, I wonder what we're playing next Friday. And so with that, I just want to say thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next Friday, probably looking at Tenchu Stealth Assassin. No promises. Of course, film reviews on Thursdays. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Toasty.